All right, we are live on Dodgers Digest, the Monday morning live stream every Monday. Myself, Mike Nelson, and Brad J. We're talking Dodger baseball. How you doing today, Brad?
Oh man, doing good, doing good. How could you not be doing good after what we've just witnessed the last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the Dodgers gained a big series win against the hated Giants, 2 out of 3. The first game was a tough loss, extra innings, walk-off grand slam for San Francisco, and then the last
Ah,
2 days,
yeah.
just big wins, right? 12 runs on Saturday, 9 yesterday. Just a big day for big 2 days for the Dodgers for sure.
Those were important. I mean, look, we were looking at that from way on out when it was, you got 7 games to play the Giants, and they could be spoilers, and that's what the Dodgers didn't want to happen, and they played up. And you know what? They stepped up, and I've been saying, we've been talking about this a lot. Is getting hot at the right time is so important, and I feel like this is what the Dodgers needed to do. This sends a message, but the most important series coming up, I gotta think, is this 3-game series starting at home with Philly. I mean, this is probably the best team that they're going to face the rest of the season.
Yeah, right now the Dodgers are 4.5 behind Philadelphia for that second spot. This is probably the last chance they're going to get to maybe have a run at them because there's only 2 weeks left in the season. The Dodgers, of course, had a solid week last week, going 5-1, right, sweeping the Rockies,
Yeah.
going 2 out of 3 against the Giants after a really rough first week of September where they only went 1-5, and that's kind of what pushed them back in that race for the number 2 spot. And the Phillies have been playing good. They lost yesterday, so we know the Phillies are going to be tough. But basically, like you were saying, Brad, I mean, this is the biggest series for the Dodgers in the 2025 season so far. And
Absolutely.
if they don't win this series, I think there's no chance of them gaining the number 2 spot.
Oh yeah, no way. Because what did you say the difference is between
It's
the
four and a
Phillies
half.
and the Dodgers? Yeah, 4.5 in
Yeah.
3 games. So, I mean, the best thing the Dodgers could do is sweep them. All right.
Well, yeah, they'll get a game within a game and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, a game and a half. That's not bad. And I think who do they face next after that? Is it
The Giants
Arizona?
again. 4-game
Giants
set.
again. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the 4 game against
Yeah.
them.
So we
I
got
think
no
the
days
Dodgers,
off this week. 7 days.
yeah, but the good news is they're not traveling that far. I've been saying this on a lot of the other shows. Look, the farthest they got to go is to Seattle. So they'll go to Arizona
Yeah.
when they get on the road, and they'll go to Seattle. But you got to look at what the Padres have to do, who are 2.5 back of the Dodgers in the division, and they got to go to New York. So that travel, that makes a big difference, especially at the end of a 162 game season. You're beat up a little bit too.
Yeah. I mean, I think the San Diego, the Dodgers have a 2.5 game lead. Like I said this last week, I mean, you have to feel confident the Dodgers should be able to get the NL West, just because of the way the schedule's set up. I think the big question is like, the Phillies, and the Phillies are a very good team. I mean, the Dodgers and Phillies could potentially play in the NLDS, and the question is going to be where, right? Who's going to get home field? And then these next 2 weeks are going to determine that. So that's what shows you how important this series is.
Well, I look at it this way too, though. But the Dodgers getting hot at the right time, they should be able to cruise into the postseason if they can keep this and sustain what they're doing on a daily basis. Then there's not even an issue at all. Then they would get that home field advantage if they had to face them to start things off. But if they do what they're capable of and they can beat up on Philly at home to start, you do that, get game 1, move on from there. Well, you could really set yourself up large and in charge for the Dodgers there at the going into the postseason. But right now is the time to do it. 13 games left. I mean, that's not many games. But if the Dodgers stay this hot right now and continue to do that, what they're doing, Mike, I don't see how they don't get that spot from Philly. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, if they get beat by Philly like 2 out of 3, well, I'll be singing a different song on that. But
Well, I think you were right on, Brad. I mean, if the Dodgers need a sweep here, because if they don't get the sweep, I mean, they're still going to be kind of, think about it. They'll be, 3.5 back if they don't get the sweep, right? Because they'll cut it to 2.5, and they lose that last game. They'll go back to 3.5. So a sweep would kind of be what the Dodgers would need to really get close again. Because, I don't know, a 3.5 game lead with less than 2 weeks is going to be tough to overcome. Unless the Phillies, of course, lose some games. The Dodgers have a lot of, this weekend, 4 against San Francisco. And San Francisco's probably playing for their playoff lives. I mean, basically, San Francisco is a game and a half behind the Mets right now for the last wild card spot. So the Giants have a big series against Arizona the next 3 days. Then they got the Dodgers again. So the Giants are going to be, it's going to be a tough series. Like, they lost 2 out of 3 at home. They're going to be motivated now this weekend to play the Dodgers.
Well, and you look at what Jeff Roll says. He goes, Philly is throwing 3 left-handers against us. And I think that's Suarez, Sanchez, and Luzardo, I think, in that order. And, yeah, because they're throwing everything. They're trying to take the Dodgers out of that position so they're not even battling the Dodgers. And Philly wants to use this opportunity at Dodger Stadium to do just that.
Yeah, and Philly beat the Dodgers 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia back in April. And they were great games. I don't know if you remember, Brad, but the games extra innings, they were really fun games to watch way back in April, like the second week of the season. But, yeah, now we're in September. It's the last 3 times we're going to play Philadelphia. And I think an NLDS against the Phillies is going to be, really fun to watch. But the Dodgers not having home field in an NLDS against the Phillies, I think is going to be tough.
Well, look at the setback they have already with Trey Turner.
Yeah.
So Trey Turner, they were optimistic they're going to get him back before the end of the season. Then they were saying, okay, well, we know we're going to get him back in the postseason. And now they're saying there is a possibility that maybe with a couple games left, they're going to get him back.
Yeah.
But it depends on how he progresses. So that's not good for the Phillies, especially with a player like Trey Turner.
And then, of course, the most important thing for the Dodgers, if they don't catch Philadelphia, is that they're going to have to play in the wild card round, right? They're going to have to play in that first week. The Dodgers haven't played in that wild card since 2021, back when it was just a 1-game playoff, when they played the Cardinals. Chris Taylor hitting that walk-off home run. I was at the stadium for that one. But that's the last time the Dodgers played. That's 4 years ago. So it's been the last 2 years the Dodgers have been, getting that bye. And this time it's different now. It's the best of 3. And, who knows who they're going to play, right? It's way up in the air who's going to be that number 6 team. It could be the Giants, it could be the Reds, and it could be the Mets, who just lost 8 in a row. They just finally won yesterday. But I think that if the Dodgers do fall into that wild card round for whatever reason, you have to feel confident that they are going to advance, right, Brad? I mean, that they will advance no matter who they play.
Well, once again, I predicted a World Series back-to-back win, so I'm still going by that prediction. But I still feel that this is what the Dodgers need to do, because look at some of the pitchers. Now, here, let me bring up an example. Our starting pitching has been so solid for the Dodgers as of recent. Well, you also got to look at these guys. Since Snell was injured for so long, and since Glasnow was injured for so long, and they were out for so long, those guys are pretty fresh when you think about it. They haven't had a ton of starts since they've been back. And if you look at innings, like there's guys out there that have over 100 more innings, under their belt this season than those guys have, than Snell and Glasnow. So getting those guys kind of fresh, that's pretty darn solid to have them not being, pitched out, not being at, 200 innings by this time.
Yeah.
And that's an advantage that the Dodgers are going to have for sure.
Yeah, with the injuries that these guys had, like you said, the innings count is a lot less, and they're rested, and should be at full strength come playoff time, which is going to help the Dodgers hopefully go back to the World Series again, which would be absolutely crazy. But let's go to the comments. We got a lot of people tuned in this morning. We want to appreciate everybody who always tunes in every Monday morning here on Dodgers Digest. It's let's go. What do we got? We got Grizz checking in. Thanks a lot, Grizz. Bearded, good morning. Rumar, good morning, guys. That was a hitting frenzy the last 2 games. Really great. Totally awesome. Jeff saying, like you were saying, Phillies throwing 3 left-handed pitchers against us.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to – I'm not saying – they're trying to eliminate their competition. So their biggest competition for that spot is the Dodgers. And so they're looking at this as like, hey, look, this is the team we don't want to have to battle with right down at the end. So we're going to throw lefties at them. We're going to throw the kitchen sink. We're going to do whatever to get the series to win at least 2 of those 3 and help their situation, not have to deal with the Dodgers down the stretch. But they're playing at Dodger Stadium, and that's going to be a pumped-up crowd for sure tonight.
Jeff saying we're realistically not catching Philadelphia. We need to make sure we hold on to the division. I mean, obviously, yeah, the Dodgers need to hold on to the division because think about. I think the Dodgers not winning the division would be catastrophic because the Dodgers have been in first place all year. But I just can't see that happening. I mean, I think that San Diego's not very good this year. I don't see it.
It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is what they were designed to do, and now they're hitting on all cylinders. This is what they need to do. Baseball's about the streaks. The Dodgers are on the streaks right now, and they shouldn't. And the winning division is going to be a cinch here. In about a few more games, we'll know for sure. Like the division, that's wrapped up. Now it's like positioning to try and get ahead of Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what you hope. You hope that they can get ahead of the Philadelphia there for the number 2 spot. And another thing too, you have to think about too, is of course San Diego really never was able to beat the Dodgers this year. I think that's what really made the difference. You're back, Brad.
Sorry about that.
No, sorry. I can hear you now.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I was just saying while you were gone that I think what made the difference too this year is that San Diego. I mean, the Dodgers took care of San Diego with no problem, right? I mean, that's why the Dodgers are where they're at because San Diego was never able to really beat the Dodgers.
Yeah. And they're beat up right now. I think the Dodgers got their number. I don't think it's the same when they face each other or if they end up facing each other in postseason. I just think the Dodgers have their number right now. So if they end up getting wild card, Dodgers end up with the division. However that plays out, I'm not even worried about them at all at this point.
Now, how awesome was it this weekend for the Dodgers to maybe knock the Giants out of the playoffs? Last couple of days. If you think about how devastating this series loss was for the Giants, losing 2 out of 3 at home. They're in big trouble now, and the Dodgers could basically eliminate the Giants this weekend at home, right? Because if the Dodgers sweep the Giants are out of the playoffs.
And that's their only 4-game series that they got left.
Yeah.
So that's big time. 4 against the Giants. Now's the time to do it. And the hatred is there, man.
Yeah.
The hatred is there. I can remember many years ago DJing for the Dodgers, and the Dodgers got called out because what was it? Giants got eliminated from the postseason.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers and the staff put up the score of the game.
Yeah.
And then put a graphic under it, eliminated. And put that up. They weren't even playing them.
Yeah, they still put it up.
And San Francisco was all up in arms over it. But that's the kind of hatred that the teams have.
Oh, yeah, they hate each other.
You want to knock them out. And that would be the best thing you could do to them is knock them out.
I'm just wondering if we already did, though. I mean, they lost 2 out of 3 at home against the Dodgers. I mean, that was a bad, they choked, basically.
If they're not eliminated right now, it's a matter of another game or two.
I mean, they're playing Arizona now, at Arizona. Yeah. So this might be it for the Giants. I mean, I'm just wondering if the Giants get swept the next 3 days. Maybe they're not going to even try next weekend. The Dodgers will have it easy. I mean, it's going to be over for them. So,
yeah, I'm just happy that went the way it did because can you imagine the hate and the shade that have been thrown the Dodgers' way?
Oh yeah, the Giants would have won.
Swept?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We'd have never heard the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got friends that are Giants.
Oh yeah.
Would have loved to rub that one in.
Yeah, it's funny how they text you when they win, and then the Giants fans they didn't text me at all the last couple of days.
No,
isn't that kind of weird? Like Friday night, it was like 4 Giants fans. Great win. Dodgers suck. And then last 2 days, I didn't hear a word from them.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way the media treated it too, as well as like with the walk off, Dodgers are in trouble.
Yeah.
What? I don't think they're.
In the last couple of days, it was really quiet. I mean, got to check up on the Giants fans because I don't know what happened, man.
How about the player of the game last night, Conforto?
Yeah, pretty wild, huh? He had a home run on Friday too.
Yeah, and he's at 200, dude. He's batting 200 right now.
Yeah, which is solid. I mean, solid for him, right?
Do you want him still on the team, or are you at the camp to like, you know what? No, he needs to sit down. Or you've waited this long, and the guy is starting to produce. I feel like he's going to get more chances now.
No, I think he will be on the playoff roster, and that's going to determine whether he plays for the Dodgers next year. I mean, if he has a great playoffs, we're going to see him with the Dodgers next season. That's how I see it.
And Craig says Teo and Edmund have found their stroke. Boy, Teo,
Yeah,
man, he
finally.
was. You know what Teo said though? He said something pretty cool that I listened to. He said that when he is in the batter's box, he needs to be completely calm to be able to hit. And the only thing that makes him less calm to be able to hit is if he's stressing that he hasn't been hitting.
Yeah.
They said that's when it goes to a point in my mind that I'm everything but calm, and it just continues to get worse. But once he says he starts hitting, he gets into like kind of a Zen mode and just goes full calm and is able to connect and put the bat to the ball. And that's what he's doing for sure right now. And Edmund hadn't been playing well even before he went out, and then when he came back. And now look, he contributed big time. I think this is the time that Edmund gets hot too as well. Hope the ankle is solid for him.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. The Dodgers, Tommy Edman, is going to be super important for LA in the playoffs. I mean, all these guys are coming back. I mean, it's just a matter of the Dodgers, continuing to win the next couple of weeks. I mean, if they have the last week we went 5-1. If they produce similar amount of wins the next couple of weeks, you have to feel very good that the Dodgers are going to go all the way.
That's my point on where Jeff is saying, hey, we got to just focus on winning the division. It's like, I don't think so. I think we are going to do that no matter what. I think the way the Dodgers are playing right now and the way they're showing you they're capable of, this is the time they're going to go on a streak. And with 13 games left, hey, you could go 12-1. You could go 10-3, and you pretty much write your own future.
Yeah, I mean, if they put those numbers up, they're definitely winning the division and have a possibility to even sneak into number 2. But obviously, I mean, unfortunately, the Dodgers are where they are in that terms of standings, but they have to still keep going, right? I mean, they cannot. Yeah. They have to keep winning and play. They have to play in the wild card round. They're gonna have to do it. It's gonna be at Dodger Stadium, so that will be a big advantage, right? And then of course they have to win that series and go to Philadelphia, which will be tough. I mean, I think if the Dodgers and Phillies play in the NLDS, even if the Dodgers did have home field, I think it's going 5 games, right? I think that's it's going 5. Dodgers and Phillies.
I think you got a good call on that one. But I mean, this is your chance. Like, you don't have Trey Turner to face this next 3 days, so Dodgers should be able to at home take care of Phillies. I'm sure they're the favorite, maybe by a run or something, whatever the Vegas odds are.
The next 3 days we're talking about.
Yep, I think the Dodgers got to just take care of business on these, and that's the message that you send to them. If you're going to you might end up facing them, in the postseason, and it's like, then you own them, then you got their number.
I mean, these are games you don't want to miss, man. These are going to be really great games the next 3 days. I mean, the last 2 days were blowouts, but I don't think it's going to be like that the next 3 days. I think we're going to have some good games.
No, exactly. What's your thoughts about Rortvedt as the backup catcher and Dalton Rushing not being on the postseason roster?
I mean, that's a strong possibility. I think it's a very, very strong possibility.
Okay, if you were the manager, would you make that decision, Mike?
Oh, man.
just go on a limb. I'll tell you what I would do.
I mean, if I had to make that decision, I would leave Rushing off the roster, just because of the offense. I didn't really like what I saw from Dalton offensively this season. He's a young player, but I think he still doesn't hit at a major league level.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree a zillion %. I think that Rortvedt, he's going to have 5 more games possibly before Will Smith comes back. So he is going to play those games. I doubt that they're going to give Chucky Robinson a shot because it's down the stretch. Why would you do that? So I feel like, what has he got? 8 hits out of 9 games or
pretty
something
wild.
Like that?
Yeah,
he's really been producing. And his framing ability to frame pitches, the dude literally turns balls into strikes. I saw a couple that he did in yesterday's game where I was just like, whoa. That was framed so proper that the ump had no choice but to call it a strike.
Isn't it crazy though that Rortvedt came in that Hunter Fiducia trade?
Yeah,
it's a guy that we didn't even think about when they traded Hunter Fiducia away. Because that was nobody thought of it.
Move. Yeah. Didn't we think that was a bad move?
Yeah,
I pretty much think I thought that was a bad move.
Yeah,
I like Fiducia.
And somehow the Dodgers get this guy back, and he might end up being, like you said. I mean, he might end up actually beating Dalton Rushing for that backup catcher role, right? Because we expect Will Smith to be back for the playoffs, right? I mean, I believe that's what I read last week, that Will is going to be back come playoff time. That's for sure. I hope.
He was IL list, retroed for the 10th for 10 days.
Yeah.
So the 20th is his return. So 5 games, and he's back.
Yeah, but come playoff time, Will Smith's the guy.
Oh, 100%.
He's the guy.
I like it. Jeff says this. He goes, Jeff Roll goes, I like Rortvedt, but Roberts won't put him in over rushing. Do you agree? I don't know.
The way Ben is hitting right now, I can't see how they don't put him on the roster. Dalton Rushing never did what he's doing.
He's got 5 more games, right?
Yeah.
So he produces 5 more games.
He's on the roster.
I don't know how you're not. That's like 14 games with 13 hits. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, you had to put him on the roster. It would be no way Dalton gets on the playoff roster if Ben continues to hit the way he does, because Dalton Rushing never did that for the Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
You can't. Obviously, Dalton Rushing is a young player, and he's got a long way to go. And we don't even know if he's going to eventually be a catcher. He might end up moving to first base. It's still kind of up in the air where he's going to play, Dalton Rushing. Whereas Ben Rover, I think, is going to be he is a catcher, right? This guy, like you're saying, he's a great, even the way he catches is great too. He knows how to frame pitches. Maybe the arm, we don't know if he could throw guys out as well as, Will Smith, but he's still a great catcher, and I think offensively you want to have that bat in the lineup.
Yeah, look, all he's got to do is produce these next 5 games that he's going to be part of before Will comes back, and I don't see how Roberts could rationalize not putting him in over. So
I don't know if it's Roberts' decision on this one. Obviously, front office, I think, is going to have a lot to say on who makes the playoff roster. I think it's for the Dodgers, it's always like a team decision, right? And I think that drives people crazy because the Dodgers probably don't make any decisions. One person never decides anything on the Dodgers, and that's probably why things are the way they are, right? I would think so.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure, but it does seem that it is like that for sure. Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Dodgers are, have decisions to make with Conforto too, right? Conforto's looked pretty good the last, few especially this weekend against the Giants.
You're all in now.
You have to be.
You've got no choice. You gave the guy 150 games or 149 games to prove himself.
Yeah.
Even though he couldn't over that time. Now he's actually starting. I don't think he's been over 200 the whole entire season. And he's fine. He's at 200, I think. After
maybe on opening day. Not even opening day. I think he went 0-4, right?
I think he did. I think he's never been 200 the whole season.
Yeah.
Actually, hitting better. Kike is like 180 or 190 something, I think. So.
Yeah, but Kike's got to be on the roster. That guy, even he could be hitting like 80. They'll still put him on, man.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Like, you don't look at the batting average. You look at who he is. He's a spark plug to the team. And even though he hasn't been getting a bunch of hits since he's been playing right now,
yeah,
at least he's getting sacrifice flies.
Yeah.
I think he's had 2 in the last 3 games or something like that. So even producing that, where you're getting a sacrifice RBI, that's good. You want to see that even when a dude is struggling.
We got some comments here. We got, what do we got? The Mike saying they must have all had a sobriety month as suggested last week. No more hitting in the fog. That's funny. Then we got Jeff saying Philly trying to neutralize Shohei, Freddie, and Muncy with all those lefties. Yeah, I think that's the plan for them, right? Shut the 3 future Hall of Famers. Muncy's a left-handed batter. We don't know about him, but I think they're trying to shut down basically, the Dodgers' heart of the lineup, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. And it's Sheehan versus Suarez is the first one. Then you got Otani versus Sanchez, and then Snell versus Luzardo. That's the 3.
That's the 3 they got. And then Big R is saying you got to sweep the Phillies if we have any realistic chance of getting that second spot. Do you agree with that statement? Oh, we lost Brad. No, I'm going to give my opinion first before we get Brad back. I think if the Dodgers don't sweep Philadelphia, I do think it's going to be tough for the Dodgers to reach the number 2 spot. I do think that the Dodgers really have to get that sweep for them to have a chance. I hear you, Brad, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I mean the Dodgers.
We
gotta
can't
take
see
care
you,
of it.
Brad. Now we lost our camera.
What? You don't have me on camera?
No, now we just says Brad J. Now you're back. There you are.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Man, I'm in a very old house. I think this house has ghosts, man. I'm telling you. No, I hear stuff, dude. I'm telling you.
I was saying while you were gone that the Dodgers don't have a realistic chance to get into the number 2 spot if they don't sweep the Phillies. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right on that. But I think that this is. I don't know how. For the Dodgers, I mean, look, just go back to the task at hand is to take 2 or 3. Okay, so you said 3.5. Is that the number?
That's 4.5. 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could take 2 or 3, that brings you down at least one more. But you gotta taking the 3 is the key right there. So
Yeah.
and
Well, we got to take it a game at a time, though.
you do got to take it a game at a time. But Xian pitched quite well the last couple of times that he's been out there. So I like what Sheeney's doing, man. 3.32 his ERA. I trust that he will keep the Dodgers in that game, all the way through. And maybe Suarez could, keep the Dodgers out, but you want to get those guys out as soon as possible, those pitchers. So Dodgers got to be selective when it comes to hitting. They got to take pitches.
Then we got Craig saying Yates is a garbage time pitcher now. Kirby Yates.
Jeez, I mean, I feel like Tanner should be that guy right now, just a few more times.
Oh, my God. Don't even bring that guy up, man. I mean, Friday was I almost broke my TV, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, how did he give up a grand slam? That pitch was terrible. I mean, anybody could have hit that. Come on.
Did you see the look on his face?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. The look on his face was just like someone ran over his puppy or something.
Yeah.
It was so gnarly. And he says in the media, and I'm not trying to laugh at him, it's just like, man, this guy has had no luck at all. He has even said that it's the absolute worst year of his entire life is this year.
Well, because he's pitching so bad. I mean, he's leaving pitches in terrible spots. I mean, that's basically why this is happening. I don't think it's the velocity. That was the issue, but I think since he's been back, he is throwing. I think a little. His velocity is coming back. Right now, I think it's just leaving pitches in bad spots. I mean, at least that's what I see. I mean, there's a lot of bad pitches that Tanner Scott is leaving in really bad spots, and basically everybody, because it's not like just star players getting home runs off of Tanner Scott now it's basically everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, Patrick Bailey's not a star. Come on.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, you could think, and he's making guys famous. It's like,
yeah.
So to me, it's you don't put him in leverage situations right now, and I know that he may realize what you're doing, and maybe that affects his confidence too. But just, man, when you got a nice win, you got 5 or 6 runs, it's 7th or 8th inning, bring him in. And then maybe all of a sudden you start seeing what he could do if he was a closer again, and he starts showing some of that. But don't just, in the crunch time, 13 games left, put him in leverage situations right now. I don't think it's a good idea.
But see, the problem with that is that I think that who do the Dodgers have right now on their bullpen that you could say is that guy? Who is it? I mean, I can't find him, right? I mean, Vesia maybe, but
that's the only one I would even say right now would be my closer. If I had to pick a closer, he would be the closer.
But he's also had issues too this season.
He has, but he's straightened up too.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of weeks off to get back into what he does. So, but he's been a workhorse too. So, I don't know.
But there really isn't a solid guy right now, and I think that's what's concerning with the Dodgers, right? I mean, everybody has to be concerned with that. The season's almost over, and the Dodgers basically don't have a closer. That's how I see it.
That's why I keep thinking the Ohtani thing makes sense down the road for that. I really do.
But that's just going to be a once-in-a-series kind of thing, though. I mean, do you really think Ohtani is going to be used more than once in a series to close out a game? I think they just do it one time.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk that that's going to be his role. There's been a lot of
I know, but that just seems like a lot to ask for Ohtani. Something he has never done in his career.
Well, if you're making him the closer, you want him to close. I mean,
no, but he's never done that in his career.
No, he hasn't.
That's what's concerning.
But he's a talented guy who can throw lights out. So
Yeah.
do you trust that? I mean,
Because it's hard to play a baseball game as a hitter and then become a pitcher at the end. I mean, it's something that would be historic, right? In baseball history, it's never been accomplished. We basically, the Dodgers will be making baseball history if this happens. Baseball history.
So okay, tell me this. Let's say put yourself in the game. So the game's happening.
Yeah.
You want to use Shohei as a closer if you need to. He has 4 at bats. He goes 0 for 4 that day, so he's not even on the bases. Are you more likely to use him in a situation like that because he's not been running the bases, he hasn't been getting hits and working as much, than you would if, let's have him close, but he's 4 for 4. He's had a triple, 2 doubles, and a single. Then maybe he doesn't close those games. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that's a good point. Ohtani, like if he doesn't get on base for the game, are you more inclined to use him? I think it doesn't really matter. I think Ohtani, just the fact that he's hitting like 4 or 5 times in a Major League Baseball, now even playoff game, takes a lot out of you, right? And then to all of a sudden have to run out to the bullpen and get ready. Think about it. Let's say he's batting in the bottom of the 7th. And it's like, okay, he gets he strikes out, and then Dave Roberts tells him, okay, we're gonna have to get you ready for the 9th. Go out and warm up after batting in the 7th. It's like basically no time to really think or get ready because you're focused on the pitcher trying to hit, and then you have to now switch over and get ready and warm up to pitch. So I mean, I would have liked the Dodgers for them to have tried Ohtani at least once doing this during the regular season, like. The next couple of weeks, why don't the Dodgers try this out? Do what you're saying, just to see how it goes.
With 13 games left, I don't know. Do you really?
But if they're going to try to do it in the playoffs, I mean, what's more important, now or the playoffs? I mean, I think the playoffs are more important than these next games.
You don't want to be an experiment, right? So
no, but I'm saying, like, if the Dodgers never try it during the regular season, how confident can you be that he's going to get it done in the playoffs? If it's game 2 of the NLDS and you're like, we're up 3-1 and we need to get 3 outs, you're going to go to Ohtani. He never done it all year. And he did it at the World Baseball Classic, but he never did it in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did it in the World Baseball Classic. Yeah. Yeah, true. You'd want to test it out. I don't know. I mean, I'm still on the fence if they're going to do it or not. But from what I'd heard, that's a big talk that they're thinking about. That could be a possibility. But, I mean, I agree with you. You're worked at the end of a game, and you got to come in and close. And if you're tired, and then you start giving up hits, and then they got to take you out, then you're not even hitting anymore, and then you just gave the game away, and you can't hit. So,
I mean, if I was the Dodgers, I wouldn't do it. I would hold on to this for next season, and I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I could be wrong. Ohtani might be a great closer, but at the same time, I think Ohtani, you're using him up a lot. I mean, think about it. He's hitting every game. And you have him relief. It's a lot to ask, right? It's basically something that's never been done. I mean, the two-way player thing, it's already a lot in itself. And we don't even know how long that's going to go on for because we're already seeing signs of fatigue with that. But now this, too, is a lot. The Dodgers just shouldn't be having this problem. I mean, I think looking at it in an objective way, the Dodgers should not be having the bullpen problems that they have. I mean, sure, they've been overused, but they have more than enough guys for them to be, having one of the best in the league, right? I mean, come on, look at all the guys they got in the offseason.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of messages. Let me fly through a couple of these. You put Ohtani in as a closer, he blows the save, he loses bat. That's what we're saying, Jeff. Yep, you're right. Big R says, I have zero confidence in Scott closing out a playoff game. I mean, at this point, I got to agree with him unless he turns it around in the last 13 games. And this was from Raider Man. All these screw-ups by Scott and Yates and Mark Pryor, a former pitcher, can't put his finger on the problem? ? Henriquez should get more leverage ops. I like that, what Raider Man's saying. Yeah. I like what Henriquez could do. Boy, he can really change speeds on you.
Yeah.
That dude, he's only coming in here and there. I don't think is he your closer material?
No, I don't think so.
No. I like what he does. Jeff says I wouldn't do it. Big R says I wouldn't do it either. So there's the message.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of fans are on the fence with Ohtani closing out a game. I mean, I think if the Dodgers are up like 4 or 5 runs in a regular, I'm just saying the Dodgers have a blowout Like, yes, why didn't they try it this past weekend? I mean, the Dodgers were blowing the Giants out. They should have tried out Ohtani. I think that's what they should do. I think try it out in the regular season.
Yeah, but you know what? Raider manager also says, hey, it could be done with Otani if Buehler did it in the playoffs last year versus the Yankees.
Yeah, no,
and that's just the thing with him already being ready because he's been pitching all season. So he's your wild card because you can do that with Otani somewhere in a game where it really, really matters, and you have that capability of putting him up on the mound because he's been pitching all season, so it's not foreign to him. So I feel like you could do that. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Buehler, of course, closed out the World Series, but I don't know. I think
you don't have to do it.
Yeah,
and you don't think that was their ultimate plan?
No,
was not going to be to bring him in. But look, if you got that ace to play, and you're in that situation, and you don't think the team can hold up to it, and you got that guy, I mean, wow. That was a big move, man, to do that. And the Dodgers could do something like that, too, because they have a guy like that, which none other team does.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dodgers at this point have to figure out a way to get somebody that they can use consistently, to close out games, right? Because I think if you don't have a guy, that could close it out, it's going to be really hard for them to really go far in the playoffs, right? Because there's always going to be that question every time it's a 1 or 2 run game. Can they get it done? They need to find, some consistency in the bullpen, or it's just not going to work.
Yeah, you got to have it solid. Jeff also says rather see Ohtani start and piggyback Sheehan or Kirsch if necessary.
Yeah,
I can see that. And then Rumor Spencer says if I had to pick one closer, I'd go with Vesia. Jack Dreyer's been pretty good this year too, and Dreyer's been solid as well. And someone else was saying Robo too. Robolewski, I like what he's been doing out of the bullpen. Solid, man. That guy could eat innings up for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Dodgers have options for sure, but I just think they shouldn't be having the problems that they're having right now. I mean, I think the Dodgers had, they had all these guys that went out in the offseason and got, and they should be in another place right now, I think, when it comes to that. And that's what's been frustrating to watch for as a fan this year. And I think if the Dodgers don't get it done this year, there's going to be a lot of people, frustrated because I think the Dodgers have so many players that there's just no excuses, right? I mean, there's absolutely no excuse for the Dodgers having the record that they have right now, and especially being third in the National League. That's what's been, frustrating to watch. And I just hope the Dodgers can somehow, go back to what they are, which is last 2 days we kind of saw the real Dodger team because we didn't really see this Dodger team show up for weeks. I mean, there was a period there where I don't know which team we were watching. It was like the team that went 1-5, they got swept by the Pirates, and it's like, I mean, that team was not good at all. And we need a team that's going to be like the last couple days, scoring a lot of runs, putting the teams away early. That's what we need, right? I mean, I think the Dodgers need to be that kind of team because they can't be in these close games and be coming back like they were early in the season and expect to go far, because this year is going to be, I think, a little bit different because the Dodgers are not the number one team this year. And there's a couple other teams that are also, at a pretty, they're playing well. I mean, last year there was no Brewers, right? There was no Brewers in the playoffs last year. You back, Brad? I hear you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I hear you good.
I don't know. Did I not pay my bill?
No, I was just saying that there was no Brewers last year, and this year there's the Brewers now, so it's going to be maybe tougher.
And maybe I'm just I'm blind to it all, but I just think the Dodgers still are the better team in the National League than all the rest of the teams.
Best team right now.
Yeah,
on paper.
I think they are.
Yeah.
On paper,
yeah.
All the guys stack up solid against any team, but I think better than any other team. And sure, the Brewers have the best record. Okay. And Phillies have the second best. Okay, that's great. But I still think just because the Dodgers stumbled for so long and didn't represent what they actually are, the better team. And right now, 13 games, show it. Show it. Go take 12 wins. Go get 10-plus wins out of your 13.
Yeah.
And that's what they should do. And if they really are firing on all cylinders, this is the time it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this week. The Dodgers have 7 games at Dodger Stadium. right? Where else do you want to play? I mean, think about it. They're playing at home in front of all the fans. The last two series at home this year. I mean, the Dodgers have to win both series, right? I mean, there's no excuse here. I mean, and I think, probably that's what's going to happen, right? I mean, 5-6 wins this week, I think it's realistic.
Yeah, and to have Giants in Dodger Stadium and not, at their park, I think that's also key too as well. I mean, that's to have 4 games against them, the crowd. I mean, look, these 7 games is going to be packed. I mean, the Dodger fans are going to bring it. So if there's anything to cheer about, that the fans are going to be insanely pumped for this, and especially the 4 games against San Francisco that happened over the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great games to go to for those of you that are going. We got Jeff saying we have enough options that we don't need to risk losing Ohtani's bat if he blows a save. Game could go 13 innings and no bat from Ohtani. Yeah, I mean, in the playoffs, you don't have the extra runner at second. You don't have the ghost runner. So, I mean, if he blows the game, this game could go, very long, right? And, that's what's concerning, right? If he comes in, closes the game, you have to pull him out. He's out of the game, right? But, yeah, the Dodgers do have a lot of options, but it seems like sometimes the Dodgers don't. And that's what's, I mean, doesn't it seem sometimes that the Dodgers don't have a lot of options to go to in the bullpen? That's why they keep using Tanner Scott over and over again.
Oh, that's a Roberts call, man. I think sometimes he thinks too much about, like, you know what? Hey, this guy's given up. He's blown 9 saves or 10 saves, but you know what? I got to build his confidence back out there. So even though we're just up by 1, I'm going to throw him in here, like, just to really help him out. And then it goes south. Or, Trine's been struggling a little bit. I'm going to bring him in just, even it's a leverage situation. And then he walks 3 guys, and it's like, okay, next day, I'm going to bring in Tanner. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, test the other guys out. Like, I think Robleski wasn't even in the conversation until he's come in out of the bullpen and, like, went, whoa, look what Robleski's done. And so he's a guy that you got to count, and you got to maybe think a little bit outside the normal rotation that's in your head. Oh, I go from this pitcher to this pitcher. I go from this pitcher to this pitcher. Like, stop it and get creative and use some of the other guys you got.
Well, it just seems like Tanner Scott is, like, going to be used for the rest of the year, though. I mean, they're going to stick by him, I guess, ride or die. I mean, that's what it seems like now.
He's got staying power. Look, he did it with Conforto.
Yeah.
We waited the whole season for Conforto to do something.
Yeah.
And now he's batting 200 for the first time in the entire season. But they gave him all the time in the world to do it, so they're going to give the time for him to get it done as well. Like, that's how it's going to be. Tanner's going to get, even though a lot of Dodger fans are like, bro, do not put him in leverage situations. Please. He's going to be put in leverage situations.
Yeah.
You can guarantee that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be the question, when this, postseason starts, how the Dodgers going to manage the bullpen. I think that's, because offensively, I mean, the Dodgers have so many, they should be scoring 5-6 runs every game, whoever they're playing. We saw the last couple of days, the Dodgers put up, almost 20 runs, over 20 runs, right, against the Giants the last couple of days. And that's kind of what we expect the Dodgers to do against all the playoff teams, right? I mean, there's really no playoff team. Even the Phillies don't have enough to really shut the Dodgers down offensively, do they?
No, I don't think so either. If the Dodgers once again are playing like they played the last couple of games, then no, I don't think the Phillies have a shot at beating them. I think the Dodgers will win those 3 games, and maybe it's not a sweep, but they'll win the series 2 out of 3. So I guarantee that's going to happen. But hey, one thing we got to talk about is Kershaw.
Yeah.
Like, when you have an ERA in the first inning that is over 6.
Yeah.
Over 6 is your ERA in your first inning. You can't afford to put him in a postseason game as a starter. I mean, can you? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because the thing is, Kershaw has been starting for the Dodgers for so long this year.
I know, and he's played so good.
Yeah.
But there is that occasional game where it's like it's 4 runs in the first inning. And I think out of his last, 4 or 5 starts, that's happened twice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the playoff numbers aren't good either for Kershaw. We know that.
No, they're not. And it's like, Is that a situation you think about? I don't know.
Well, see, I think if the Dodgers don't start Kershaw, if they don't include him in that starting rotation, I mean, basically, Kershaw's not coming back next year, right? I mean, think of how Kershaw would feel. The Dodgers leave him off the rotation.
No,
he's gone.
There's absolutely no way they're leaving him off.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get a start in the postseason no matter what.
I mean, he's getting a start probably over Otani.
Yeah, I gotta think so. But
I mean,
you just got
crazy to think that. But
and one of those things we always talk about, if he gets through the first inning, he gets focused and takes care of business.
Yeah,
But first inning blues for Kershaw are the one thing that trips him up, and you don't want to give 4 runs to another team in inning number 1.
Well, especially now in the playoffs, it's basically over. Usually,
man.
Yeah,
no way.
You're down 4-0 against the Brewers. Is probably that's it. And yeah, I mean the Dodgers have a lot of, like I said, their pitching is just in disarray with all the injuries and the decisions they have to make. And last season, they didn't have anybody. They didn't have much choices because they were so banged up. They had to just go with whatever they had. This year they're not as banged up, but there's a lot of guys that are not pitching very good this year.
Yeah,
I think that's basically straight up what it is.
Yep, Dodgers starting pitching will get you through 6 innings and keep you in the game, and then it's the final 3 innings after that, 7, 8, 9. Those are the ones where it's like, who do we put in, and then that's where things go haywire. But like first six innings, no problem with the starting pitching that we have.
Yeah, that's basically what's going on here for the Dodgers. But we're coming to an end here with the Dodgers stream today. If this is the first time you're seeing the stream, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, tune in on Mondays. We try to do this every Monday. Big R does say I'm starting Kershaw game 1. I like that idea.
Game 1.
Raider man, how about starting a different guy and bring Kersh in the second?
An opener? Yeah. Yeah.
And then, okay, because of the second inning, sure. And Jeff says, Pajes cost him 1 run by throwing home instead of throwing the third. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, yep. And I don't want to do all about that, but listen, Jeff, no matter what, Kershaw's ERA in the first inning is 6+.
Yeah.
So no matter if someone gave the last one away, it's still 6+. And if he can't get through that first inning, you're going to be trouble. And you don't want to do that in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, you just don't. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching today. The Dodgers have a big 3-game set against the Phillies. You got to watch these games. And, of course, they got the Giants after. But I think the next 3 days are going to really decide the Dodgers' fate when it comes to the top 2 spots. And it's going to be really, really fun to watch.
Oh, you are correct. That is a fact. So as you guys go through the day, always remember to think Dodger blue. Let's get a win against the Phillies. Let's just sweep the Phillies. That'd be a good idea.
Hell yeah.
And always think Dodger blue.
Let's go Dodgers, baby.